really good side, the Indians. You can't bag them. But they do get India or Indian cricket gets a lot of flack, right? You've got the players, you've got the social media clowns, and you've got the administration. And all the things that
Do
go
we
with.
come under that?
We
Do
are
we
so
come
we
under
are
social
we
media
are
clowns?
social media. I was thinking of us when I said it, actually. Um, but the ones who shouldn't have any blame are the players. I mean, the players are fantastic, sports people, and they won that game regardless of, you know, whether the pitch was flat, whether the pitch wasn't, whatever that was like. They're the first team to win back-to-back titles, first team to win a home T20 World Cup, highest ever margin of victory. Yeah, then you look at and go into social media clowns now. You then go on to Twitter or X, which I like to do for some inspiration. And Hardik Pandya is getting a whole load of grief from his own fans for the way that him and his wife carried on the pitch, enjoying themselves. I mean, they can't really win, the Indian players, can they? They've got to win the thing, and when they win the thing, they get the grief from their own from their.
What were on that wonderful trusted site X? What were the fans up in arms about their celebrations? What did they,
He
what did
hogged
they
the
want them to
limelight.
do? Just
Apparently, Hardik Pandya hogged the limelight. Dubé and somebody else didn't touch the trophy. Hardik Pandya's wife was out there dancing with him. Blah blah blah. I mean, the bloke was enjoying himself. And I think the thing with that is it's knowing a bit as I do about Indian culture. Humility goes a long way, which kind of is sort of a strange thing, really, when you see the way that some of the people on social media and some of the politicians and administrators and players behave. But the players who got the most amount of praise were Jasprit Bumrah, because I think he's quite a humble sort of guy, and Sanju Samson, who just basically sat on the dais with Harsha Bhogle having a chat. It seems strange that you get lauded for winning a trophy and doing all the things you do, yet you're not allowed to enjoy, or the way that you enjoy yourself has got to be in a way that's acceptable to the masses. Seems a strange dichotomy in my book.
yeah. So that you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. In an age where we're desperate to see what individuals are like, and that's what social media has probably provided an insight into the lives of people, which people didn't see in a way before, with Instagram and putting sort of personal stuff on and giving you an insight into what they may be like. That's probably, you could argue, we're the closest we've been, but it also does the other way into it. Also puts people off being who they are, because exactly this, where they get that criticism for being outwardly celebratory when actually you should be more humble. So no, it's one of those ones that's lovely social media, hey?
Yeah, this tournament's made some stars, though, hasn't it? From the Indian side, Sanju Samson, the bloke with the best name that you like, Ishan Kishan. Abhishek Sharma, who came good in the final, he was the one whose place was in a bit of danger, having not scored, having had a bit of a lean run, really, and he came out opening the batting. Good to see India keeping faith with the same team that beat England. And, he smashed it, got 50 odd, and along with Sanju Samson, set them on road to the highest ever score in a final.
Yeah, it's exactly what you want, isn't it? Where your top three all hit 50 plus. So that's what you pick them for, and you have faith in them for. And so, and exactly, and that also then is what puts a dagger in the heart of New Zealand bowlers early on, where they're hoping for breakthroughs, and they know that the longer that the Indian openers carry on just smacking it everywhere, the bigger total. There was talk of 300 at one point with the speed they got off to, and so so New Zealand can get a bit of credit for that. That's throwing the ball like he did and hitting Daryl Mitchell is something that the umpires and have been really hot on, and as something that's sort of really gone out of the game. So it could have properly gone off there, and Daryl Mitchell was pretty angry. But I did like the fact that at the end of it, they shook hands.
Didn't Haydos get hit by somebody in the Ashes? Didn't someone throw the ball back at him?
Yeah,
Who was that?
yeah, that was Simon Jones. Yeah, there weren't too many handshakes after the match with that one.
There were or weren't?
Yeah, no, there was none.
There was none.
He didn't. He did it. it's exactly why we did it. We did it we did it to get under their skin, and we didn't actually say to the point of throw the ball back at them, but it just happened in the moment, and Simon liked a bit of that. But the one thing that happened with that is that it wasn't just a one man show. If you watch it, sort of, Paul Collingwood came in, and there was guys that came in to support. It was a collective. What we had always said was that whole tour series was about standing up to them. So bits like that, and so so when I saw Daryl Mitchell's sort of response, it was, you've seen all sorts of responses over the years. You've seen bats thrown at
Jared
bowlers, and
Maynard and
so I
Dennis
thought,
Lilly. Yeah. And what did you do?
so
Did you remain 30 yards away when that was taking place, or did you run up
yeah.
and?
I was like, good luck, lads. Let me know how you get on.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be here with the big orange gloves on.